Okay, so we left off. Okay, so when the sun conjunct Mercury, you are a forceful thinker and you are impulsive, ambitious, and creative. At times, you can be reflective and introspective, but you can also be egocentric, inflexible, and stubborn, showing a lack of impartiality. French President Charles de Gaulle, actress Livy Ullman had these positions, Sun conjunct Mercury. So the Sun conjunct in Venus, you have a charming disposition, a great love of life, and you are affectionate and social. You may delay marriage, and once married, you may limit your family, but you have a fondness for children. You have a strong sense of love and eroticism. You are a you are persuasive and eager to be liked, and you lead a charmed life.
Recording in progress.
A very close conjunction can lead to egotism, pompous attitudes, and overly high expectations. The Sun conjunct Mars, hardworking and self-assertive. You have willpower and drive. This is a beneficial aspect because the power of the sun is expressed through the energy and action of Mars in both the house of these planets are in and the houses they rule. You are quick-tempered, but just as quick to forget. You are enterprising, dramatic, and competitive with strong leadership ability. You do not shy away from danger. The conjunct in Jupiter. The Sun conjunct in Jupiter. This is a very beneficial aspect. It suggests success, generosity, luck, and zest for life, which can lead to great accomplishments. It brings enthusiasm and optimism, but a lack of moderation can lead to physical problems. You are not overly ambitious, but do like recognition for your efforts. You need to find a field that stimulates your imagination. Sun conjunct Saturn. You are sober and industrious, and you achieve well earned material success, often with a one track mind. You mature early and learn from your experiences. Emotional problems and personal sorrow may be caused by a lack of a father or by a strong father and your wish to live up to his expectations. Because you are hardworking, you need a demanding profession. Sun conjunct Uranus. Talented but unpredictable. You are a leader with a flair for the unusual, self aware and imaginative. You can be arrogant and stubborn, and at times you may be accused of erratic behavior. You could be attracted to a modern career, especially in the political arena. With this aspect, divorce is common since personal freedom is so necessary for you. Sun conjunct Neptune. Because of because you are uncertain of your capabilities, it is different for you to express yourself with self-confidence. You are artistic, musical, and interested in the occult. Since you have an enthusiastic devotion to duty, you would do well in a service-oriented career. At times, you adopt a fantasy viewpoint and escape into a world of your own instead of facing yourself and your life. Sun conjunct Pluto. This is a point of great force in your chart. In a chart, you have strong desires on all levels, physical, mental, and spiritual. And you could be an extremist driven by an obsession for power. You are incapable of understanding weakness or lack of drive in others. So you must deal with your intolerance and egotism. You will fight anything that you consider injustice, squares, and oppositions. Sun square moon, sun opposition to moon. Examples, schematics. The sun is the self-asserter, the self-assertive principle, and the moon is the sensitive, feeling urge. So there is conflict between the ego and emotions, and the emotions. This conflict can express itself through personality, health, parents, and partners. There can be acute discord within the self in trying to reconcile the male and female principles. There may be contention between professional and domestic factors or between the parents. Perhaps there is trouble with the partner, which could lead to divorce and financial hazards. Yet this inner tension gives a great drive and the ability to achieve. The square or opposition can indicate that the parents were not getting along at the time of conception of the child. Sun square Mercury, Sun opposition Mercury, Sun square Venus, Sun opposition Venus, and schematic on the left of that. Since Mercury is never more than 28 degrees and Venus is never more than 46 degrees away from the sun, they can make no other major aspects than the conjunction. Sun squares Mars, Sun opposition Mars. Schematic on the left. You are aggressive, outspoken, enthusiastic, and combative. You love to take chances and can be somewhat accident prone. You may have a chip on your shoulder and come on too forcefully, making others angry. You are strongly physical and need a partner who can match you stride for stride. Think before you speak should be your motto. Boxer Muhammad Ali and composer Ludwig van Beethoven had these aspects. Sun square Jupiter, Sun opposition Jupiter. You can be haughty and egotistical and feel as though you can act as you please. But once you learn your priorities, you can reach any goal. You may show blind optimism, a love of hazard, and a tendency to overindulge in food, sex, and drink. This aspect often produces a wheeler biller or a con artist. The fields of sports and law could appeal to you. A good Saturn aspect can be helpful. Sun square Saturn, Sun opposition Saturn. With this aspect, your self expression is limited, especially in your youth, and you learn everything the hard way. Your judgment is good, particularly in career situations. Once you taste success, you can become self assured. This aspect often prohibits a close rapport with the father, or if or it can bring his early loss. Several dental problems or arthritis can be the physical manifestation of Saturn's limiting action on the natural opulence of the sun. This aspect often brings marriage to a widow or a widower or someone of diverse age. Basketball player Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and writer Upton Sinclair had these aspects. Sun square Uranus, Sun opposition Uranus. You are impulsive, rash, eccentric, and sometimes unprincipled. You go your own way and do your own thing without much regard for what others think or feel. You are original but impractical. And this aspect often gives you tremendous personal magnetism. Nervous and accident prone, you seem to attract upsetting conditions and events. Sun square Neptune, Sun opposition Neptune. Because you underestimate your ability to succeed, you are often unable to follow through on your intentions, although your motives are noble. You are sensitive and you are sensitive to suffering, fond of animals, and excessively emotional, which you try to hide. You tend to become involved in situations where others lean on you. If Neptune is angular, you must guard against deception, as you may let yourself become the victim of fraud or scandal. Sun square Pluto. Sun opposition Pluto. You are willful, sometimes boastful, arrogant, and rebellious, and you have trouble harnessing your energy into constructive channels. Other people think they know you, but they never really do. You must learn to control your temper and to develop moderation in your relationships. Management is your forte, but first you must learn to compromise. A career in drama would be a good way for you to blow off steam. Trines and sextiles. Sun trine moon, sun sextile moon. Popular, tranquil, and happy. You are not very ambitious, but you can be successful without much struggle. You have a harmonious balance between your ego and your emotions. You can expect an easy life, a comfortable home, and assistance from others. Your greatest problem is a tendency to be apathetic when you should assert yourself. Sun trine Mercury, Sun sextile Mercury, Sun trine Venus, Sun sextile Venus. Since Mercury is never more than 28 degrees and Venus is never more than 46 degrees away from the sun, they can make no other major aspect than, than the conjunction. Sun trine Mars, Sun sextile Mars. You are daring and adventurous with a strong body and strong energy. You can accomplish anything you set out to do. You have a strong sense of honor and integrity, and you can make quick and incisive decisions. The fields of law, management, sports, and politics attract you. Sun trine Jupiter, Sun sextile Jupiter. Happiness and contentment are usually your lot, and people like you. But you have a tendency to be lazy and apathetic unless Jupiter or the sun aspect Saturn. You are a bit self indulgent and rarely in want. And if you apply yourself, you can attain wealth. You are intellectual, judicious, and nearly always take the broad viewpoint. Sun trine Saturn, Sun sextile Saturn. Your success in life comes through your own efforts. through your ability to concentrate and organize. You are responsible and you lead a moral, well-ordered existence. This aspect usually promises a long life and general good health. In a woman's chart, this aspect indicates a successful father or husband, or both. Sun trines Uranus, Sun sextile Uranus. Your leadership, popularity, and talent attracts others to you. Although you are not always tactful, your enthusiasm, optimism, and laughter are infectious. You may join a cause or a movement, and if you do it, it is with total dedication. Your intuition, hunches, and imagination are strong. In a woman's chart, this aspect often indicates a happy marriage to an authority figure. Sun trine Neptune, Sun sextile Neptune. You are a visionary, imaginative, and creative. This is an aspect often found in the horoscopes of writers and artists. You also have insight into business and stock market investments, and you could be interested in some scientific field. You are romantic and tender, and are usually devoted to your homemate and family. Sun trine Pluto, Sun sextile Pluto. You are a born leader with sound motivation, intensive application, and opportunities to advance. You make positive use of your creative energies. You have strong recuperative ability, concentration, and willpower. You can gain from another's loss, or you may receive an inheritance or legacies. Inconjuncts. Sun inconjunct the moon. You must make an adjustment in the way you handle your emotional needs and your conscious will. You can abuse your health if you give in to overwhelming demands on your own time and energy. Romantic rejection is possible until you stop looking at your loved one through rose colored glasses. Sun in conjunct Mercury, Sun in conjunct Venus. Since Mercury is never more than 28 degrees and Venus is never more than 46 degrees away from the Sun, they can make no other aspect than the conjunction. Sun in conjunct Mars. There is a conflict between will and desire, and this creates strain in everything you undertake. Unsure of your capability, you often overcompensate by acting haughty and arrogant. You must learn to handle your anger and resentment. When you show your dependability, others will soon see you in a different light. Sun in conjunct Jupiter. Because you lack a feeling of independence, you tend to overextend yourself. Either you take on too many responsibilities and occupations, or you pursue too many pleasures and hobbies. Because education is important to you, you should encourage it. If you practice moderation in everything you do, you can avoid health and personality problems, which can manifest themselves as tumors, obesity, and paupacity. Sun in conjunct Saturn. Your health may suffer because you can become too involved with your work, with doing your own thing, or with letting others take advantage of you. You find it difficult to deal with authority, and your downfall can be a self-righteous attitude. Learn to relax and to become more receptive to others. Sun in conjunct Uranus. Because you feel that you have to prove yourself to others through partnership, friendship, and your profession, you always seem to be on the defensive. Because of this need, you tend to project a know it all attitude that is hard for others to deal with. You must learn to stress your resourcefulness, creativity, and originality rather than your need to top everyone else. Sun in conjunct Neptune. You have a tendency to self-sacrifice, and you seem to attract those who need you in some capacity. And later you resent what you see as their exploitation of you. There can be debilitating health problems which you should attend promptly. You must learn to say no, because by always helping others, you deplete your own energies. Sun in conjunct Pluto. Your work may involve great danger or matters of life and death. You push yourself tirelessly, and you must learn to take care of yourself, or your health can suffer from your relentless drive. This strong drive may be based on an inner dislike of yourself, which you must try to overcome, perhaps through professional help. Pick back up lesson 9 with the moon on Friday.